And the 22 and him right now, they're just swapping positions back and forth. Yeah. Oh, that was the Long Live the Sauce and Braves. That was on the wrong set. I got to go back up to the front.
Yeah, I'm riding around with Higgy here. I believe it's second place. So we got the number 22 of Draven leading. Looks like a 3-card pack with the number 51 of Big Jim. So yeah, that put a big gap in there. That front pack is all disintegrated now. So, and I believe that's the number 24 riding around in fourth, leading that second pack with RJ Smitty.
Yeah, that is Travis, his son, and RJ Smitty running fourth and fifth behind these top three, who are starting to suck back up to each other. I feel like I've said that a lot today. I don't like saying that, but I draft back up to each other. You know, sounds a little formal. I don't know.
Yeah.
I'll buy it. But the 22, he's leading this race right now with Higgy Wicks. That's Draven. Higgy Wicks in the 11 is in second, and then Big Jim. He's been able to stay away from the little bit of drama that's occurred around him. Now the 11, he just got above the 22 down the straightaway and was able to make. That is exactly how you make a pass here at Kansas. You have got to. This is what I was trying to do in the Xfinity races myself. You have them.
Right.
So you saw that it was a textbook pass by Higgy Wicks.
You got a car coming down pit road. Looks like number 88 of Bass is hitting pit road. So this could be the start, I would say, of some green flag pit stops. Unless Bass is just coming in early. I don't know what he's thinking strategy-wise, but I noticed him going down pit road.
27 to go, so he could be thinking he's going the rest of the way from here.
Right. So just a quick thing I just want to throw out. You know, we're looking at it, like I said, last race of the season. So just a quick look at our playoff drivers so far as of before this race. Our point leader is Gator Mike at 89. Our second place guy is running a Big Jim, which is running is your race leader right now. The third place was Fire Slayer. He had a start in park for the night. Our fourth was P. Cola. Fifth is Marini. Sixth is Taddy. Seventh is Higgy. And eighth is RJ Smitty. That rounds out our top 8 so far, like I said, before this race going into the playoffs. He maintains a 27-point lead over the 9th place car of Sharp. So, and as you can see, Gator Mike and Piccolo Gator both had early exits out of this race. So, it's going to kind of shake up, I believe, that top 8 a little bit.
I don't mean to interrupt, but as I was looking down, I heard screeching. We were on the leader, the 11. He came to pit road and he spun.
Oh.
He didn't miss pit road, but he spun coming to it and had to kind of, go back the other way. So Higgy Wicks lost a lot of time entering pit road here. We'll see where he ends up after these green flag pit stops finish. Along the Lucy Goosey and Atlanta Brace fan are now pitting as we're on with the number 2 car of Kelvin. He is either in the lead or close to it.
24 also came down
on pit road. Yep. Yeah. We're on board with Gator Beatty, Chase Beatty. I don't know that he pitched just yet.
I don't think Chase has yet. I don't know if he's going to try stretching and get as much time he can on these guys that are pitting. He might have a strategy going here a little bit, but yeah, I'm riding around with Beatty, Chase, myself, and he's pretty much running all alone up there on the track. But it looks like he's coming in now. Nope, he's not. He's not. Sorry.
Yeah, he's on the front straightaway. He's going to pass the 24 car, put him a lap time. I think the 47 who pit probably earlier, they might be racing for position. So I do believe that RJ Smitty was running somewhat in the solid positions of the top 10, 7th or so. So I want to say that Beatty's probably right around there when this thing all cycles through. But the 22, we see him just up ahead. He was a leader. We don't know if anything happened to him. He could be the leader. We'll see in a little bit here. I know the 19 is the leader of Long Live the Sauce, but he's on pit road.
Yep, 19's coming off. The 2's coming off, so those 2 completed their pit stops. As Higgy goes around them as the number 19 and 2 come off of pit road and let that pack, led by number 11 Higgy and number 18 Marini, go by him as they enter the track.
The 22 of Draven is your leader. We're on board with Big Jim, who's in second.
Okay.
These guys did get separated. Higgy Wicks is not among them, but the 47, RJ Smitty, is in third. And I can only assume that he's on the lead lap, RJ Smitty. I don't know that he would have won a lap down. He did pit sooner, so he could have caught some time with these guys had it went running around on fresh tires. You see the 51's kind of pulling away from him, but not much. The 47 is hanging tight. And that means if the 47's in fourth, Chase Beatty's probably in fifth. That's where he was. You see that white and blue car kind of in the distance from the shot we're on here on my stream. Sharp, who was up the front, he is not anymore. He had some trouble with Aquatati. Aquatati is in seventh, so we'll see. We'll use him as a reference point here in a minute. There's Travis DeSon in the 24. He's got himself into the top 5. If he's not racing the 14th, if he is racing the 14th position, that is a battle for fourth. And the 24 is catching him, so we'll see if these two get side by side. Here he goes down the front straightaway. I think Chase knows he's on a little bit fresher tires and kind of gives him the room. They'll try and get in the line there. Drunkfest also will take the move on the 14, also slightly fresher tires, and he'll get around. They might be a lap or two fresher. And Aquatati, who is in 7th, is just behind this group, and the 14 is also letting them go by. So I don't know if he's a lap down or if he's just not as fast as these guys, and he's kind of being a gentleman to them. But that is presumably 4th, 5th, 6th, and 7th right now. In fact, Chase has got to be in 7th because Aquatati is now in 6th on his stream, so that's a good frame of reference there. Robbie Racing, we don't know what position he is in, but it is not near the front, unfortunately, for him. It looks like the shot from Chase Beatty is the shot to have because he's going to see these leaders. The 22 is your yellow and red car way out in front there. Second place is Big Jim driving the number 51 Toyota. In third place is R.J. Smitty. Fourth place, Travis DeSon. Fifth place, Drunkfest 17 in the number 20. Aquatati, who led much of this race during the first two stages, is now in sixth place. And we are on board with that Blue Def number 14 Ford of Chase Beatty. So let's try and go through the rest of this field now that we know where we are. Chase Beatty, you see right there in the blue and white car just ahead of this. We are on board with the Derek Cope number 10 car of, the 34 car driven by Derek Cope 10. And Higgy Wicks, after that spin on pit road, looks like this is where he has ended up. So that puts him 8th, and Derek Cope should be running 9th. As he gets into the wall. If you don't enter turn 1, especially as the tires, get older, it's you got to back it up or you're going to get right into the wall on the entry. I know from experience. Long Live the Sauce is 10th. It appears, if I have that right? 7th, 8th and 9th. 9th would be Loosey Goosey here in the 48 as he's pulling up on the 34 car driven by Atlanta Braves fan. And behind Loosey Goosey is the 19 of Long Live the Sauce. You see right there in a patriotic scheme, that blue, red, yellow Bass Pro Shop car. And that's your top 10. We'll try and get back to who's just behind the Sauce.
Yeah, I'm trying to get Pager over to Sauce to catch up, see who's behind him.
Yeah, it looks like Kelvin actually must have had some trouble getting on the pit road because he also lost a lot of time from where he was. We know Long Live the Sauce was actually a little further back, and Kelvin was with the leaders. So the fact that they're running kind of close together, with Sauce having the advantage, tells you that Kelvin must have had some sort of trouble during that pit stop.
The thing I want to bring up too is these guys, team-wise, SWAT Motorsports is your point leader, and I believe Lawson the Sauce Motorsports is running in second. So these guys are trying to narrow that or take that point lead. I'm not too sure exactly what the difference was, but like I said, going back to having a couple of your heavy hitters for SWAT Motorsports, having unfortunate issues here at the beginning of the race. That 19 and his team, they got to push hard to get up there and get as many points as they can.
After his earlier trouble, it's nice to see him come, staying steady, and it's got him back into the top 10. Now, if he can just get some of that draft, he might be able to pull up and get some more positions for his team. We are on board with Aquatati. We're not on board. We got the camera on him. He was had a pretty good battle with Chase Beatty going there for a little bit. tires are probably evened out. If you pit a lap or two earlier, you're probably good now. We see up ahead, though. Trying it on that battle.
Yeah, so coming into this race, the Swamp Motorsports has a 39-point lead on Lost in the Sauce Motorsports. So I don't think they're going to have a shot at taking them, but you know, these guys fight to the end. Like I said, Sauce is a fighter. He'll race you to right to the end. He'll get every point he can get. That he'll squeeze out everything he can.
While you were talking, Travis's son made a move with a little help from the 20 at Drunkfest, and they both got around the 47 of RJ Smitty. And just as I gave him the compliment, the 24 got into the turn 3 wall, and now Drunkfest is going to get below him, and RJ Smitty may follow. But it's actually a pretty good move by the Liberty Chevrolet, driven by Travis's son, getting into turn number 1, and got that position from the 47 car. That's 3rd, 4th, and 5th right now. Aquatati running 6th with Chase Beatty in tow, is trying to catch this group. Travis T does go low, the block by Drunkfest, and that's only going to help the 1 and the 14 catch them. These guys should be trying, I don't know if they think they can't, but they should be trying to catch up Big Jim and the 22 at Draven, who are both running by themselves. This group could potentially run faster than both those 2 cars ahead of them. But they'd have to stop running side by side, and they don't look like they're willing to do that right now. Drunkfest bringing them way down, but Travis T not taking the bait. He's going to try and go low into turn number 1 as RJ Smitty is going to stay high. Will he get above the 24? He doesn't quite get to his fender, but gets to his bumper instead. The 24 car gets a little wiggly out of turn number 2. He's going to try and make a move to the 20 going into turn number 3. He goes way down low. Will he try to do the crossover? Not quite. Doesn't get there even close. And now the 47, who's in tow of the 20, may get around Travis' son as well. They get real close down the front straightaway, no longer in a draft. 2 wide, almost 3, as the 20 was able to pull ahead of this group. But the 47 does ultimately get around the 24 of Travis' son. That's RJ Smitty. Son to old guy who drives in the Xfinity Series. He drives the 51 car in that series. And now the 20 at Drunkfest was able to pull a little bit ahead. RJ Smitty is still in the draft, but Travis' son, through all that battling, may have lost the draft to these two. We'll see if he can catch back up in a lap. But if he doesn't, they're just going to pull ahead and maybe themselves catch the 51 and the 22. Probably not, though.
Right, you know, just going back a little bit what you said a little bit ago about RJ Smitty and his dad, you know, to have a father and son be able to, you know, do some racing together, you know, e-racing like we have, you know, that's the only combination I know we have in Cobra, having a couple guys that have a father-son thing. So eventually it'd be cool to see these guys maybe run together in a race, and hopefully maybe next year we can see that.
That would be something. It'd be interesting as heck. Right now, the 47, who's getting side-by-side with the 20, may allow the 24 to get back in that draft. But Aquatati and the 14 of Chase Beatty have caught them, or practically caught the 24. Chase Beatty has been a good little boy staying in that draft, the number 1 car, and they, because of that, were able to catch the 24 when he got in the battle with the first 2 cars you see ahead of him.
Yeah, they're working well together. They're staying together, nose to tail, and they're making their ground. And like I said, they catch that 24 car, and if they get him to work with them, they could suck back up to this 47 and 20.
There it is again. We're on board with Long Live the Sauce in that patriotic number 19 car. He is trying to catch the draft of 48 of Lucy Goosey, who's with Atlanta Braves 10 in the 34 car. I think if you're going to be a NASCAR, just a race car driver on your video game systems, if you're going to play Xbox, PlayStation, even iRacing, the name you choose should probably not have a number in it. Just saying. I'm, as one that has a number in his name, I am saying that.
Right.
I couldn't have just Brickerhoff. It wasn't available. The 19 has caught the 48. We are still on board this entire lap around. We'll stay on board as maybe he makes a move. He's gonna have to draft back up after turn number 2. Looks like he lifted a little bit. Gets into the turn 3 a little hard. Gets closer to the 48. Can he stay in tow? However, getting down the front straightaway, just between, by the way, you look up ahead from the 34 is the 11 of Higgy Wicks. He's trying to catch the 14 car and the 1 car. Get some more positions that he once had. 19, does he make a move here on the 48? We're going to go above here. We're going to try and get a little blimp cam on the 19 car and the 48. Well, they work together. They have been known to do that in the past, even though they are not teammates. 48 tries to make a move on the 34, but just has no momentum and can't do it. Now he goes real low. That looks familiar. Something I may have experienced a race ago. But he did that move the same as the 22 did a stage or two ago, and now the 34 just gets that momentum back, and the 48 is going to lose the momentum even to the 19. He tried to go high, now he goes low. The 34 gets his position back. And the 19 takes all that real estate away. He took his momentum and went way down low. He's going to stay down low. Will he clear the 34 entering turn number 3? It looks like he does. And long live the sauce. Now that was another move. That was a textbook move of patience and perseverance. Pays off. Oh, but he gets tapped by the 48 and he got real loose out of turn 4. Now he's going to lose all that hard work. Tough break for the 19 because he's really earned that position time too.
Yeah, but he gathered it up. I mean, he get back in line here. I mean, he's unfortunate. Yeah, but he didn't lose that group, so he's back in it. Sauces, he ain't done yet.
No, that is for sure. Go ahead, buddy.
No, I'm just, like I said, I'm riding around. I got the camera on loose yet on the 48 car, so I'll just kind of follow around with these guys to see how this battle. I mean, it's a good, clean battle, I think, and
that's why we're on it. Yeah, it's a good battle. But I think there's another battle brewing up front. We got the 14 car, who's actually now ahead of the 1 and the 11. Fix has caught the group, and of the screen, good for you. We see a battle in the back as we're watching these cars. Oh, the 34 is in the wall in turn number 4. He is spinning. He may have got collected. Either we have a yellow flag. We do have a yellow flag, and it could not come at a better time as we were about to see green flag pit stops. I'm wrong. It's not a yellow flag. That's the race. We weren't watching the laps. So here's your winner. Draven is your winner. Number 51, Big Jim finished in second. Drunkfest 17 ends up in third. We had so many good battles in the middle of the field. We didn't even watch the leader at the end. RJ Smitty was fourth. Travis Son ends up in fifth. Gator Beatty ends up in sixth. So good move there at the end from him. Higgy Wicks is seventh. Aquatati is eighth. Lucy Goosey ninth. And Long Live the Sauce ends up in 10th. So that was like a 2 lap to go move from Long Live the Sauce. That's why they were getting pretty racy there. There's your top 10, ladies and gentlemen. I don't think we're going to bother with the interviews just because we're on 2 different channels. If you feel like you want to do it because you're on Cobra, I guess that's fine. But
yeah, I mean, if we take a second to see if these guys do jump in.
Yeah, go ahead. You invite them in. I don't know if I have maybe Big Jim on my list. Okay, too bad we don't have the damn counter, so we could have tracked that a little better.
Yeah.
Fastest lap goes to Draven, 30.626. So good for Draven. Fastest lap. And the win.
Yeah. Let me, So we should have Big Jim is in the chat. Who were the other two? My apologies. Well, we know Drunkfest is in the group because he is. We interviewed him the last race. Draven, I'm looking for Draven. We got Drunkfest joined. You know, I don't have Draven. There's Big Jim. Big Jim or Drunkfest. Any one of you two have Draven. There he is. We got all 3 in. We do have all 3 in. Perfect. Perfect.
Guys are boring and by yourselves.
Big ouch.
But we had some excitement back in the pack. So we just basically the question I have for Drunkfest, we'll start with you, you're third. You were kind of mid-pack, coming up to the top 5. You were riding along with your teammates really well there for a while on stage number 1 and 2. But then things got a little racy. Just give us your point of view of, stage 3 and what happened after that.
I got caught up in some stuff and got damaged. My arrow was like 93%, so I couldn't do anything. I had to stay in the draft wherever I could, and then just made a pit stop. Had to work my way back up like that. Got to third somehow.
Took advantage of others' misfortune, it seemed, as a lot of people ended up in stage 3 kind of, racing a little hard, if you will.
And it's all I could do was wait. I mean, I was back to like 10th because I had damage just riding along and just worked my way back up.
Well, good job, man. Butters, you got anything for our pal?
Yeah, I just want to congratulate him. I mean, good job on your finish. It was a good race, exciting to watch. We had some battles throughout that whole race. But yeah, like I said, I just want to say congratulations again, man. That was an awesome run.
Yeah, man. Thank you.
Second place, it went to Big Jim. And Big Jim, you were one of the only cars that was actually up front all race. I'm trying to scroll and find your car. Here it is, the Matthew Heel ride. You were able to avoid a little bit of that trouble that occurred around you. You were even able to stage 1 and 2. It was kind of business as usual for you.
It went pretty well, I'd say. Second place out of that. Kansas is it's a draft track, so they're some of my least favorite on the game because all it is sitting in the draft and making moves at the right time. But we kept it out of trouble. I kind of ping-ponged off of people at times, and I feel really bad about that. I think I put Sharp in the wall a couple times because he got into the wall, came back down off turn 1, and I just threw him back into the wall. So it's kind of unavoidable contact, but at the same time, it's not what you want to do. And then there was that wreck behind us in stage 3 that really broke up the pack that involved Sharp, Kevin, Taddy, a whole bunch of really, really fast race cars tonight. And
we just happened to scroll through when we missed that. Sorry.
Yeah, no, that was kind of the breaking point of that race. It put it down to me, Higgy, and Draven, and me and Draven, man, we had ourselves a battle. It was kind of a reverse of what happened at Bristol. I was catching him on a long run and still couldn't make the move happen, and Draven was able to get it done.
Well, congrats to you. And go ahead, Butters.
Oh, I just want to, big shout out again, Jim. Another strong run with that 51 car. I mean, you kind of a little bit of a, last race of the regular season here. Going forward into the playoffs, you were coming in second place there with behind Gator Mike, and looks like he had an unfortunate start. I don't know exactly what happened there, but he dropped out of the race early, and now it sets up with the playoffs coming here in 2 weeks after the All-Star break. How you feeling about the whole playoff run coming?
Really, you probably hear me grinning through here, but I'm really excited because you got Martinsville as the first one. I really, really love that racetrack, so that's going to be a big hit on there. And I think we won the regular season championship, so add those 10 points to our 29 points going into the playoffs. So even if we don't win Martinsville, we're looking in a good position. So I think I'm feeling pretty confident in being able to make it to Charlotte.
Yeah, I just, like I said, I just want to, you're an independent guy that runs, so you don't run I'm sure you're in a group of guys when it comes to party chat when you're racing, but, single car team, strong run, kudos to you, man. Congratulations.
Yeah, I was in there with Gator Mike and P. Cola, and Gator was giving Cola some instructions to wreck me, and he was going to do a 23 for him. I don't know what that is. I'm assuming it's something not family friendly. So, yeah.
I know exactly what that means.
Those guys.
That's that idea.
That's a backstory that we could tell off the broadcast if you need to know, but I know exactly what that's all going down for. So,
Third was 69.
Yeah.
Oh, well, there you go.
I guarantee they're talking about a 23 first. That's about probably what you heard.
That's what they called it. Yeah.
Yep.
Well, I'm glad I wasn't giving Cole that chance. I stay away from for most of the night.
Exactly.
Well, good job, man, on another top 3, another podium finish for you here in the Cobra Kai Cup Series. And I'm sure we'll see a lot more of you down the stretch. And I'm sure you have a few fans out there that are not pulling for you. I've heard your streams, so good job.
Yeah, man. I appreciate that a lot, and heck of a job to Draven. I know he's looking for that first win and going to come in a better place in Kansas. So congrats, Draven.
Thank you, buddy.
All right, thanks a lot, man. Draven, now we're on you. We'll scroll through this here and get your 22 car up on the screen. Your first win here in the Cobra Kai Cup Series, or your first win in Cobra Kai at all?
It's my first win in the Cup Series. I got my first truck win on Sunday, but tell you what, this feels excellent. Oh, man. It's been a long time coming. Yes, sir.
Good job.
Appreciate it. It's been a long time, man. It took over like a 1 year and 4 month hiatus or something like that, and so this is my first official Cup win back since the long hiatus, and I'm just extremely pumped. It was a hard fight since we came back to Homestead in the Xfinity Series, so just absolutely thrilled. Absolutely thrilled.
Well, it's been a pleasure to have you on the track, both viewing and as a competitor. And I just wanted to ask, you were one of those guys that when we were broadcasting, we finally got on air. We were watching that yellow or red 22 car. It was hardly in line. It wanted to come out. We could see it trying to make moves down low. You get a little draft, and then you try to slingshot. But you were also able to gather it back up and stay in the lead draft a lot of the time. But were you learning lessons in the first 2 stages to gather you up for the final run?
It was a combination of learning how everyone kind of raced, because this is my first time with Cobra Kai, so it was essentially spending time learning how these guys race this track and how they make their moves on top of getting the bounce of the car right. I mean, we actually did quite a bit of adjustments on it tonight to get it dialed in to where we could make moves but still hold that lead pack. So shout out to Anthony. He did a hell of a job tonight for pitch strategy and setup, so it really paid off tonight.
There's your tip, boys and girls. You want to get good at this stuff, get yourself a crew chief.
That's
Butters,
right.
What do you got for our winner here?
Hey, big shout out there, number 22. Way to put that Swamp Motorsports car up there in first place. I just, it's good to see you guys. I talked a little bit in the broadcast. Everybody that follows Cobra Racing, we know the big hitters for Swamp is P. Cole and Mike, and they both had unfortunate issues. But you know what? Mike's got to be pretty happy. You took the win. You represented the team. You gathered some more team points for those hunt for the team championship. And then also number 2, Kelvin. He had a strong run card up front, but it's good to see the guys that can make up points and hold the team together. And you started out this year beginning in Xfinity, and you got some. I just want to give you a shout out, man. It was a great run, and yeah, keep her going, man.
Yeah, man, I appreciate it. Shout out to Gator Mike. This one's for you there, boss man. And I want to shout out Jimmy. I love racing that kid. We always have some good racing together, so appreciate the room, buddy. I know I was shaking my fist at you when you tried to do that slide job on me and wasn't quite clear, but I remind you that you weren't clear. So I love you, buddy. I love racing you. Shout out to everyone in the league. And the 11 car and I were racing hard for the lead there. I wanted to bring that up too. We made contact. I don't know if I came up or he came down, but that's what kind of caused a mishap. And that wasn't intentional. I felt really bad about that. I even asked if that was me or him, but I was told not to worry about it and keep pushing. So I kept on digging, and I'm still working on that lag, guys. I got people who keep getting on the Wi-Fi, and I'll be bitching at them. So just shout out to everyone for having me. I appreciate it. It was fun. Great to get back in victory lane. It's been a long road, man.
Yeah, I just want to say thanks.
From the start, there might have been a little lag issue in the room, so yeah. I think you're good there.
Like I said, like I do every week, I just want to say thanks to all you guys that do come out and race the league. Very much appreciated. You guys put on a great show week in and week out, and like I said, big shout out to you top 3 and all the drivers here at Cobra. These guys are one group, one talented group, and have no complaints at all, man. So that's about all I got, Brink. I don't know if you want to close her out. And
all right. Well, yeah. Congrats to our top 3. Congrats to everybody who came out. Thanks to everybody who came out, watching, racing, everybody. It's a mad world out there, so it's still nice that we can get together and have some fun together. A bunch of people who come from different backgrounds and different points of view, and just agree on one thing: we all want to go racing. So this is the best way we know how, and we hope that you enjoy watching it. And for Butters, I'm Brickerhoff17. You can check us out on PlayStation 4, YouTube, and Cobra Kai Racing, Aquatati, GC Sports. It's all there. We have a great community. It's growing every day, and Thanks, Butters. Thanks for putting it together.
Hey, thanks, Brink. Thanks for all your hard work you do, and everybody enjoy your weekend. Have a good night, and peace out.
Cheers.
You can catch it. We may have the truck race on Sunday night. Everybody have a good time. God bless and drive fast. And we're out.
Oh, 1 second.
Dude,
Let me. 1 second. 1 second. Boys.